Okay, and now we're up and running. Okay, so these three states, and really more, will be forced to do something like this. I don't know if you heard, but California, Oregon, and Washington are going to launch a new West Coast Health Alliance to uphold scientific integrity and public health as the Trump administration destroys the CDC's credibility. Yesterday, Governor Gavin Newsom of California, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek, and Washington Governor Bob Ferguson, they all announced they're going to launch a new West Coast Health Alliance to ensure that residents in those states remain protected by science and not politics. The alliance represents this unified regional response to the Trump administration's destruction of the CDC's credibility and scientific integrity. And there is no other way to put it. That you can't sugarcoat it. That's exactly what's happening. President Trump's mass firing of CDC doctors and scientists and his blatant politicization of the agency is a direct assault on the health and safety of the American people. And the CDC has become a political tool recently that's increasingly peddling ideology instead of science, ideology that's going to lead to severe health consequences. And in response, California, Oregon, and Washington are not going to allow the people of our states to be put at risk. The dismantling of public health and dismissal of experienced and respected health leaders and advisors, along with the lack of using any science data or evidence to improve our nation's health, it's placing lives at risk. It's just that simple. Our communities deserve clear and transparent communication about vaccines and communication that's grounded in science, mind you, not ideology. We all know that vaccines are among the most powerful tools in modern medicine, and they have indisputably saved millions of lives. But when guidance about their use becomes inconsistent, when it becomes politicized, it undermines public trust at precisely the moment when we need it the most. You think that's an accident? It's not. That's why all three states are now committed to leading with science and delivering evidence-based recommendations that protect health and save lives and restore confidence in our public health system. Okay? Meanwhile, there's Florida. Florida is going to move to end all vaccine mandates in their state. This was an announcement by their Florida Surgeon General, Dr. Joseph Ladapo, who you can really call him Dr. Joseph Lapdog. He announced this yesterday. The move is going to make Florida the first state to end a longstanding and constitutionally upheld practice of requiring certain vaccines for school students. The state health department is going to immediately move to end all non-statutory mandates in the state. All 50 states, by the way, I should mention that all 50 states have had school immunization requirements since the beginning of the 80s, with incoming kindergartners needing shots to protect against diseases including measles and polio and tetanus. No states require, by the way, no states require a COVID-19 vaccine for school children. And all states allow medical exemptions from these school mandates, and most allow for exemptions due to personal or religious beliefs. Check these numbers out. Exemption rates have been on the rise for years here in the U.S., with a record share of incoming kindergartners skipping the required shots in the 2024-2025 school year. Florida's school vaccine exemption rate last school year was about 5%, higher than the national average. And nearly all of those exemptions were for non-medical reasons. A study published last year by the CDC estimated that routine childhood vaccinations, like those included in school mandates, will have prevented about 508 million illnesses, 32 million hospitalizations, and 1.2 million deaths among children born between 1994 and 2003. They also were estimated to avert about $540 billion in direct costs. Yes, I get the freedom of wanting to choose whether your child gets a vaccination or not, but freedom comes with responsibilities. And this unprecedented Florida rollback is going to undermine decades of public health progress and place children and communities at increased risk for diseases like measles and mumps and polio and chickenpox, all stuff that is absolutely preventable. Okay? Now the result will be serious illnesses, disabilities, missed school time, even death. So on one hand, Washington, Oregon, and California. On the other hand, Florida. It's like we're living in two different worlds.
The most important conversations, the best entertainment, the Mornings with Ed show on the Voice of Laguna.